Hello, welcome back to my channel, and I'm your Sabagodas. So, today we are going to delve into the world of Security Operations Center or SOCs and explore the workflow that underpins the effective cyber defense strategy. And in the last class, we have covered some introduction to SOC. I hope you already watched the previous video that I uploaded 3 weeks ago. So let's start our today's session, and please don't forget to subscribe my channel and also enable the notification bell. So the step one, let's kick things off with the first step in SOC workflow, monitoring and detection. This is where we proactively monitor the network and system activities to identify any potential security threats. Imagine you are monitoring a network using the same tool, and you notice an unusual traffic or unusual spike in network traffic during a non-peak hours, which could indicate a potential intrusion attempt. Now, let's set up alerts in your SIM tool to notify us whenever there is a significant increase in network traffic. We can configure the threshold and triggers to ensure we are alerted promptly. In addition to reactive monitoring, we also engage in proactive threat hunting. For example, we might analyze DNS logs for unusual domain name resolutions, which could indicate the command and control communication by the malware. Once we have detected a potential security event, the next step is alert triac. This involves assessing the alert to determine the severity and relevance of our organization. Imagine receiving multiple alerts indicating suspicious login attempt. We need to prioritize these alerts based on the factors such as the number of failed attempts, the user account privileges, and the source of the login attempt. Let's say we received an alert indicating a brute force attack targeting an administrative account versus an alert indicating a begin users forgetting their password. The former requires immediate action due to the potential impact on the critical systems. So we need to establish clear procedure for handling alerts, including automated responses for low severity alerts and manual investigation for high severity alerts. We also escalate critical alerts to senior analysts or management for further action. Now let's delve deeper into the investigation and analysis. This is where we conduct forensic analysis to understand the nature and the scope of the security incident. Imagine investigating a suspicious login attempt. We would analyze the authentication log to determine the source IP address, the user account involved, and any other relevant details. We might also capture the network traffic to identify the attacker's behavior. So let's analyze the malware infected system. We will examine the file system for suspicious files, review process memory for signs of malicious activities, and check network connection for communication with the non command and control services. So it's crucial to document our findings to preserve the evidence for potential legal proceedings. We need to timestamp our action, maintain integrity, checksums for forensic artifacts, and adhere to strict chain of custody procedure. Once we have confirmed a security incident, it's time to mobilize our incident response capabilities. We need to contain the threats and mitigate its impact as quickly as possible. Imagine discovering a ransomware infection on a critical server. We would consult our incident response playbook, which outlines predefined steps for containing and eradicating ransomware infection, restoring the data from backup, and communicating with stakeholders, right? So let's simulate an incident response scenario. We will isolate the infected server from the network and terminate the ransomware process and restore the data from backups and implement additional security controls to prevent future infection. So effective communication is paramount during incident response. We need to keep stakeholders informed about the incident status, coordinate action with other teams such as IT and legal, and also document our response effort for future reference. After the incident has been contained and mitigated, it's essential to conduct a thorough post incident analysis. This allows us to learn from the experience and improve our security exposure. Let's analyze the ransomware incident we just responded to. We will review our responses, effort, and identify any shortcomings or areas for improvement and document our findings in a post mortem report. Perhaps we have identified a gap in our backup procedure that delay the restoration process. Or maybe we discovered outdated software vulnerability that allow the ransomware to propagate. We will discuss these root cause and brainstorm solution to prevent similar incident in the future. Based on our post-indicate analysis finding, we will implement the proactive measures to strengthen our security defenses. This might include improving the backup procedures, patching vulnerable system, or enhancing the user awareness training. And there you have it, a comprehensive overview of the SOC workflow from monitoring and detection to post-incident analysis. By mastering this workflow and adapting a proactive approach to cybersecurity, we can better defend against evolving threats and protect our organization assets. And thank you for joining me today on this Cyber Goddess. And if you found this tutorial helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more cybersecurity insights. Stay safe and secure online. Oops. And if you are new to this channel, please don't forget to subscribe this. And if you want to connect me personally, you can go here. You can connect me. Okay, this is my Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn account. And could you guys please give me a suggestion that whether I need to change this YouTube channel handle into Dr. Nimsha Davis, or should I keep the same handle, Cyber Goddess? Okay, so please give me a suggestion. I am so confused because my other all social medias are in under same handle, like Dr. Nimsha Davis, and this one YouTube Hannah. So this one is different from others, and I don't have any Instagram, Twitter under the same name of Cyber Goddess. So please give me a suggestion. Should I keep this handle or change into Dr. Nimsha Davis or not? So that's all for this video. Thank you. Have a nice day.